Hey everybody, it's April Davis PI, and this is my kitty cat, Kelsa. She's watching bears right now in Alaska. Yeah. Anyway, just wanted to let you know I finally received Goodwill Bluebox number 17. It took 13 days to get here. Let's see what's in it. Well, I hope you're going to join me today for the unboxing. You know, have you noticed that this box is all kind of dented? And on this, not this side, but this side right here, it was already, let me move the camera, it's already like open. I didn't do that. Yeah. So the smush and the like the unraveling of the tape right here, don't know what happened. Let's see. If you've watched me before, you know that I always get nervous during the initial unopening. Or not unopening, but opening. Let's see what we have. Oh, and they bagged it. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see. First thing I see is a lot of pearls. Unless they're real. I'm not really into the pearls and the beads, and I see a couple of plastic or wood-looking bracelets. Oh, wow. You know, there's no way that this box is going to beat the last box because the last box had almost an ounce of silver in it. 19 pieces of silver. When does that ever happen? I know I'll never be able to top that box, especially with the semi-precious gemstones that were in there too. Looks like I see an Alex and Ani in there. Oh boy. Here we go. Kind of nice that it's in a bag and not just all thrown in. Lately I've been having better luck with that, with things arriving in bags. Well, here is the official undumping. Now, if you've watched me before, you know that I'll go through it, I'll start separating, then I'll come back on camera and show you what I found. Please check out that last Bluebox video if you haven't seen that, the one with all the silver. I actually have 3 separate videos on it. I have a live, I have a long form content, and then I have a follow-up short because I just kept finding more and more silver, which was awesome. So, well, here we go. Stay tuned. Hey, it's hours later, and I'm going to have to eat my words. You know, in the last clip, I said that there would be no way that the next Bluebox would have more silver in it than the last one, because I had almost an ounce of silver, 19 pieces. Well, I'm happily wrong. This is a banger box. It has tons of silver. There's even copper in here. There are signed designer pieces in here. There's some nice rings, some spare earrings, singles, but the silver is everywhere. I don't even know how much I have, like seriously. And rare pieces that go for hundreds and hundreds of dollars a piece. This is going to take me weeks to sort and clean, but look at this. This is a signed, well, it's actually initialed Napier diaper pen. And on the inside, it says Napier Sterling. See these old diaper pens? I guess when people would have babies back in the day, you could order one of these and get it engraved. Isn't that cute? Those are worth some money. I couldn't believe it. At first, I thought it was a barrette, but then I saw a pen, and I'm like, that's not a barrette. It's a diaper pen. And I looked it up, and I found one with a card, like from a million years ago. So those are really cool. This one I'm still not sure about, but it's mother of pearl and abalone. Abalone on the bottom, abalone on the top. I'm not sure about the bail, but it's on a sterling silver chain. Some of these online are listed as JRI, and they go for about 84 bucks. But I don't see a JRI stamp or bail on this. So if anybody knows if this is a JRI, let me know. I'll have to do more research on it. Luckily, happily, I got an opal for the first time. There's also a stamp on the back, but I can't read it because it's too like tarnished. I'm gonna have to clean it. But the chain that it's on is marked 925. I've got multiple chains that are marked 925 here. I mean, so many that it's like I said, it's going to take weeks to go through this. But look at this bracelet. These go on eBay for around $400. Yeah, there's a couple of them near that price that are already in people's carts. This is an HMH rosary bracelet where the front of the little charms are roses and the back of these little charms are saints. So it's roses and saints. And it's got the really old HMH sterling marking. It's signed. Very rare piece. This would buy a lot of blue boxes, let me tell you. I'm going to have to clean it up. I've also got some sterling pieces that are very unique, at least to me. These are 3D animals on the top. At first I thought it was a horse, but it's not. It's a ram. And shockingly, I've got two of these, and they're stamped sterling on the inside. It looks like somebody may have tried to clean it and they didn't get all the polish out. Either that or there's some sort of corrosion in there. So I'm not sure about... Come on, camera. There's two of these. They are cuff bracelets. Let me know if anybody recognizes these. These also go for hundreds of dollars online. But I can only find the ones with the horses. I can't find the ones... Oh, the lighting just sucks. With the ram. Here's the other one. They're super heavy. They're like super heavy. Never seen anything like this in my life. I've also got a couple of Native American looking pieces. One is sterling. The other may be brass, but I don't see the initials. I'll have to clean it. If it doesn't have the tribe's initials or the maker's initials, then it's not considered to be Native American. It would just be considered Southwestern. But definitely one of them is sterling. Also, somebody had their own personal charm bracelet in here. It looks like it's maybe was from the 70s, and most of the charms, there's like 7 charms on here of various things, and most of them are stamped sterling, as is the chain that it's on in the clasp. So that's sterling. I mean, I got so much sterling here, I'll probably miss some of it in the video. This is a really nice decorative bracelet that looks like it's probably gold plated or gold filled, but both of the ends appear to be 925 silver. So I will have to test it like everything else just to make sure. Geez, there's another stone here that might be Larimar. If it is Larimar, it's from the Dominican. It's set in something that I think is sterling, but I can't read the stamp on the back because it needs to be clean. It's also on a sterling chain. If anybody knows, is that Larimar stone? Let me know. And speaking of stones, this is really nice. This is quartz. It's called rutilated quartz. And I'm suspicious, though, of the setting. It's real dirty. It needs to be cleaned. And the setting does show 925 on it, but, that doesn't mean it's 925. So I'm going to have to, take some time to really clean this one and clean out these stones and see if this is actually set in silver. But the stones themselves are actually worth money. The rutilated quartz. I've never seen that before. I've seen the Larimar before. So the piece that I just showed you that was the Larimar, I have seen that from the Dominican Republic. So that's what I think it is, but I'm not 100%. I also have a couple of more copper bracelets. And speaking of copper, I just had a whatnot show the other night, and somebody asked if I had copper, which I didn't even have listed, and they bought 3 bracelets off me. So I'll have to set these aside for more shows. If you're not already watching me on Whatnot, go to the video description and see my seller's link and my buyer's links. And sign up and get yourself some free shopping money. Let's see. There's also a Russian hat pin in here. That's kind of neat. I don't think it's worth much, but it's cool. I've never seen one of those before. I haven't even looked this up yet. I don't know what it is. I thought it was a bracelet, but doesn't feel like stone. Could be some sort of plastic or glass. I'm not sure. Probably not glass. But what is it? It's a what's it. I'm so like concentrating on pulling the silver out and unknotting some of the chains that are in here that I haven't even looked that up yet. I did look this up. It's signed. It's a J.J. Jonett. It is a pewter brooch. It's the wolf howling at the moon. Yeah, they're not worth a whole lot, maybe $15, $20, but still, that's a very nice piece. I've never had a JJ brooch before, I don't think. I also have this really cute little turtle stone. I'm not sure what the stone is. If it may just be a piece of glass. It doesn't really feel like a stone, like that quartz. That quartz is ice cold, as is this one that's sort of amethyst looking, but it's not really purple enough. It's more on the pink side. Probably some sort of pink quartz. It's definitely ice cold. I'll just have to, I'll test it on the Presidium, as I will the rutilated quartz. It's kind of interesting. I haven't seen that before with the little black strands in it. Apparently there's some that have gold strands and some that have black. And this one has black. So we got a lot of testing to do, a lot of cleaning to do. Here's another one that's marked 925, a little bracelet. We'll have to check that.
Stop the press. Who is that?
Well, before I continue with this video, I literally had to stop. Do you see this bracelet that's on my spinner? Yeah, I found that last night at last moment. You know, it said 925. There was a brand name that I didn't recognize. But I was just going to put that in the scrap silver pile. Well, like I said, I always get educated during these videos. Every box is an education. And I am absolutely mind blown. It is Lagos 925. Look it up. It's a designer brand, people. These things go for like many hundreds of dollars, even higher. Like, this is a designer brand. And I finally recognized, if you see this right here, excuse my nails, I still have the jewelry acid on them from 2 weeks ago. It turns out that this little piece right here, those are pave diamonds. And I tested them. They're positive. I'm not even going to put the silver acid test on this piece. I did all kinds of research. I was up till about 5 a.m. researching it. This is a legit piece, people. There's some lady on eBay that has one just like it. It's the only one I can find that's exactly like mine. And she's got it listed for $375. And it's already in people's shopping carts. Yeah. So that is a Lagos designer piece. And since I made this video, I found another 2 necklaces. Yeah. So I also tried to do a weigh last night, and there was so much silver that it gave me an error on my scale. I'm going to have to weigh the pieces either on a jewelry scale or, like a postage scale, or I'm just going to have to measure the pieces a couple at a time and do the math, because I have so much that it was too much for the scale. Yeah, back to the video. There are several nice necklaces in here that I haven't even got to yet. There was a really nice Chicos, and those sell well for me, the Chicos, when I have them like on eBay or whatnot. It's not real silver or gold, but it's a nice little signed Chicos. There's a few more in here that I saw that were signed. There was a really nice Ann Taylor necklace in here. There's also a cute little, that's a bracelet, and you open it up, and there's a watch inside. Isn't that cute? Yeah, we'll have to do a little research on that. I'm just so obsessed with the silver right now that, you know, I don't think I have more pieces than I had in the last box, but I definitely have more weight, because these things are chunky. You know, these 2 with the RAM, the 3-dimensional RAM that are signed sterling, they have to be old because they say sterling rather than 925. They're just super, super heavy. That's a lot of silver right there just in those two. This very Native American looking piece, it's pretty heavy too. The chains, I'll have to test all the chains that say that they're silver. But this is probably my favorite, the one that is the roses and the saints, like a Catholic bracelet. Pretty cool. And then this personalized little, collector's charm bracelet that somebody had when they were a kid. I had one similar to that as a child, and I have no idea what happened to it, and I wish I had it now. Now, when I tried to film this earlier, I thought that was a strange-looking moose. And I have to say, once again, I was wrong. I was like, yeah, that's not a moose. What is it? It's a Jewish chai necklace. And the chai pendant symbolizes life. I'm not Jewish. A lot of them online are real 14 karat gold. So we'll definitely have to test this one out. I've got a couple of chains and one ring in particular, one that's signed. It's this one here. I'm going to have to test that. It doesn't feel like gold, but I'm still going to test it when I get around to it. There's also, it's right underneath the tripod. There is this Raphaelian, if I'm pronouncing that right. It's a rabbit. And I love it because I have a bunny. I'm a bunny person. It is a resin piece that's on a really nice chain. I had a similar Disney piece in here, and sadly, it had a big crack in it. So that's in the craft pile, as is the pearls. As soon as I reached, into the pile to start separating it, there was some sort of a broken strand on those pearls, and they just literally went all over the living room floor. So that's going to go into a separate craft pile, along with some of the stringy stuff. Anything that's got string or yarn, beads, pearls, I'm just not really into it. I will check all the pearls to make sure they're not real. I don't think they are. As is this there's a pearl cuff bracelet. That's pretty cute. I can use that for a jewelry jar when I make a new jewelry jar. There's a lot of pieces in here, a lot of bracelets and necklaces that I think I'm going to use in my next jewelry jar that I'm going to hand make myself, meaning, not buy it out of a store, but put it together myself. There's also a cute little, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, there's a little owl in there. And this one, I'm not even sure. I got to look it up. It looks like a mushroom with an evil eye. Now, I don't know. I know what the evil eye symbol is, but what is the evil eye symbol sitting in a mushroom? Heck if I know. There's always something in a jewelry jar that's not jewelry. There's a little, pewter looking plane. I don't know that it is pewter. I'll have to look that up. There's also a piece that looks like it's broken from another piece, and it's got some kind of an Asian looking coin on it. I'm not sure if that's a coin or just some kind of a pendant. I don't know. Oh my gosh, there's quite a few of these little thingies. We'll have to measure it to see if it's like a necklace or if it's possibly a piece of boot jewelry, something like that. There's so much. I don't know if this is real silver yet, or if this is just silver plated, or if it's just junk, but it is quite tarnished, so I will have to polish this up and figure it out. There's some Alex and Ani. I've been getting a lot of that lately. There's a few rings, a few random earrings. I still have to clean those all up and see if I can match them up. Not a whole lot of earrings in this stash, which I'm kind of glad because, that's a lot of work. I'd rather that my weight be in the bigger pieces. The more expensive pieces, like all of this silver and resin and abalone and mother of pearl and opal. Look at this. Oh, there's another cute little pearl bracelet right there. So there's 2 pearl bracelets in here in rutilated quartz. Gotta see if that's on real silver, because that's a lot of metal there. But I kind of have a feeling that one won't pass the sniff test. I haven't had time yet. I had to separate. A lot of this was in big, giant knots. I'd really love anybody's advice on those 2 cuff bracelets that have the 3D rams on them that are stamped sterling on the inside. What do you think those are? And what do you think they're worth? Let me know. As this stuff gets cleaned up and sorted, I'll make probably another video later on. If you haven't seen my last Goodwill Blue Box opening, I'll link it in the top right-hand corner. I've actually got 3 videos. I've got a short, I've got a long-form content, and I actually have a short video on the last Blue Box that was loaded in silver. I just kept finding it and finding it and finding it as I was cleaning it. I just couldn't believe it. And here we go again. I got very, very lucky. I'm very appreciative for this box. Everybody, you know what to do. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed.